about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places. But most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there. You may see
Hey everybody, we're heading out here on the road, and for Gas, Grub, and Ghost, another episode here. Everything we do it's not rehearsed. It's spur of the moment stuff. Sometimes you never know what to expect. You never know what's going to happen. It's not planned. That being said, Linda, why don't you take us away with an intro here?
Okay, so we are headed out to the Amelia County Wildlife Management Area in Amelia County, Virginia. If you're not familiar with it, it's like southwest of Richmond, and we're going out there for a really cool investigation. We're really excited about it. We have been contacted by the Department of Wildlife Resources, and they've asked us to come out and kind of investigate their WMA, because there are reports of it being haunted, and Halloween's coming up, so I guess they wanted to kind of put together a little bit of a video. And so it's going to be cool. It's going to be kind of like a camping / investigation thing, but it's primitive camping. There are no toilets, like there's no running water. So, you know, we had this nice little discussion recently about pooping in the woods, and we have a couple of people. Look, there's Grace, and Grace is like, I'm not pooping in the woods. And look, there's Candace with us too. So don't let the red hair confuse you. Candace had blonde hair the last time she was with us. But yeah, so we are super duper excited. Absolutely. And one thing I think during our discussion that I perhaps forgot to mention was the fact that last night I had 8 Taco Supremes. And now before we go out there, we're going to stop and get some Mexican food. So aside from the investigation, there's some other scary things that might happen out there. Let me say right up front, though, the investigation, all the footage from that, we're going to wrap that up in a nice little package and send it out to the WMA so they can do what they want to with it. They're going to put together their own thing. So we won't have the investigation here, but we will check in throughout the night. We'll show you our setup and kind of talk about what's been going on and stuff like that. First, we need to find a Walmart because we need to get some supplies when we're going out here. You know, and you're roughing it for a little bit. It's good to have a way to cook some food. We need to get some propane and some food to cook and stuff like that. Yeah. Ice.
Are they going to get a table?
I don't know what they're doing.
So it looks like we're going to eat at Mr. Pee-Pee.
So there weren't a huge amount of places in the southwestern part of Richmond, and this is sort of kind of near the Brander Mill area. It's not actually that bad of an area, but yeah, this was one of the ones that sounded pretty good, and it was not real expensive, high priced, you know, affordable for everyone. And they had excellent reviews, very good reviews. And how could they not? Like, look at this place. It's all yellow, and you know, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. But we're not far from Amelia, so we had to eat somewhere.
That's right. There's Matt. How's it going, Matt?
Good.
Yeah, what's new? Anything?
Not a whole lot.
You excited about tonight?
I am.
Yeah, we got a cooler. We're going to stop at Walmart after this and get some food thrown in there, you know.
Cool.
It's going to be a good time.
Hot dog sandwiches, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Whatever we want, you know.
Yeah.
Hamburgers, chicken wings, whatever we want to.
Yeah, it works.
You know? Yeah. So let's go check out Mr. Pee-Pee. Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
After you.
Thank you.
Oh man, look at this place. This is cool. Looks like we're right in Mexico here. Airheads. Got some candies over there.
So what our goal is we're supposed to meet this lady Megan, who was our contact with the DWR at 6 at the main gate. And she's going to take us in and give us a little bit of a tour of the area. Probably just drive us down some roads, I would imagine. It is over 2,000 acres of land. And so we'll get a look around a little bit. They're going to have certain gates open for us so that we can go through and access certain points that I pre-designated as ones that we might want to investigate. And once she's gone, she was like, I'm not going to be there after dark. So once she's gone, we'll find a good place to camp. We already have a couple of ideas. I have maps that I print, big maps that I printed for everybody, with some landmarks and trails and everything overlaid. And I've got a packet of historical information, just 3 sheets. But stuff that I put down inside there so that everybody can have that as well. So we'll go over that, go over some basic rules like, don't be an idiot, don't do stupid things, like don't get really close to the water. If it's muddy or something, we don't want anybody slipping and falling in the water.
She meant to say, don't act like Grace.
Yeah, basically, don't do Grace things.
Yeah.
So.
Are we gonna have walkies tonight?
Yeah. You did bring them. Right? The two-way radios?
Pretty sure they're still on the charge. They're charged.
Oh my
Shit, he forgot them. Okay.
Did you really?
Those are important.
Did you really forget them?
Well,
Walmart.
Y'all say.
Oh, we're going to Walmart.
no, we have like 50,000 two-way radios. But we only have 5 people, so we won't be splitting up and staying away from each other a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, there is cell service. No, there's not. Okay.
It is completely flatlined out there.
Is it?
It goes into SOS mode.
Oh, okay. So there's no cell service. So that'll make it a little more intense because we won't have communication between us.
What phone provider do you have?
What's that?
What phone plan? Who's your phone carrier?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Okay. So I've noticed with my husband whenever we would go out camping, I have AT&T. Well, different phone providers. Some people have reception and others won't.
Right.
So we would actually trade
Everyone
phones
dead?
Everyone was down.
and use certain.
Yeah. Nice thought, though.
I was
Nice
excited.
thought.
I was like, ooh, different people with the different towers, and then sometimes it's
That would have been good to bring the radios.
Yeah, it would have
No.
been good to bring radios. But,
I had them all charged too. all
We
of them.
did. We charged everything last night. But yeah, so that's basically the goal. We'll find a place to camp. We'll get all of the campsites set up, and then we will go out and start investigating.
In my defense, though, Linda packed up the equipment. All right, so I got this thing here, and it's I forget what it's called, carne Nina or something like that, but it's got steak, bacons, jalapenos, and it looks slightly amazing. What do you got over there, Matt?
A steak quesadilla, rice.
Oh yeah, steak quesadilla. What is that, Candace?
Tacos El Pastor.
Wow. El Pastor means cow.
This looks
El
like it
Pastor.
came out of
That doesn't mean cow.
Oh, look at that, Grace. You got the PP burritos, huh?
Chimichangas. Yeah.
Chimichangas.
And they put guacamole on there too, which is nice. Sometimes you don't get the guacamole.
The comments are going to be flooded with people saying it's Pepe.
It's like, here, you
So I got something that seemed a little bit safe. This is arroz con pollo is what it is. It's just chicken over rice, and it's got a lot of that cheese, that white cheese sauce on it. And it seemed a little safer, like, maybe it would be better on my stomach than some of the other things that everybody else is eating. So,
Yeah.
Where are you from?
And Linda spoke that in fluent Spanish. The lady even complimented her. She said, very good. The way you said that, polo goblo. Very good. Thank you. So, what did we think about Mr. Pee-Pee there?
The PP was good. I like the PP.
How about you, Grace? Did you enjoy the pee-pee or no?
Somebody's got to turn the camera around.
it's Mr.
He's
Pepe.
funny. The pee-pee was good. You know, size doesn't matter, so it was great.
Right.
Yeah, the portions of peepees were good.
Yeah,
Right.
it was very good portion.
Right, and you're even able to fit some in your box there
Yeah,
to
I
take,
took
take
some.
later on. That's pretty good. So we're gonna now. Candace brought about a good question. She said, "Won't you die if you eat this later on and don't?" But we got a cooler, so what we got to do though is figure out how to get ice for this cooler and where to get ice, and if not, we'll be eating some cold,
Wait a second.
probably
You don't want
bad
stuff
food
in
at
the-
midnight, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and meet this lady, find our campsite, and then leave and go back to a Walmart after that, because we don't really have time to go to a Walmart beforehand.
Right.
So.
And that's gonna be perfect timing because like I'm working one up right now, you know, and if we went to Walmart now and then the wildlife management area, I would definitely be like before anything starts. It'd be happening out there, but now I might be able to do it at the Walmart.
There we go.
One of the places, the sources that I said, that I found was, it said on one of the bricks on the chimney, it says 1834 or 1837.
And I'm not sure where even the chimney is.
Might not even be here anymore.
Is that one right up
Yep,
there?
that's chimney up there.
Where?
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, watch the hole there. Do we have to worry about, that would have been, that one's on the addition, so that wouldn't be it.
Seeing shadow figures like darting all over the place. So in the grave.
Why is it kind of like look at the wall?
You good? Oh, and then there's also massive brown recluses here.
Well, I've been bit by a spider.
I mean, it looks old, but not like, I don't know, maybe 1800s, maybe late 1800s. But it is weird to have a wall without a gate. Okay.
So normally we would just keep going this way and go smaller. That looks more like what I thought about that. So we'll just backtrack. That's why I was confused. I was trying to, because you had mentioned this spot down here.
Yeah.
Now, so this is an actual road. These are field trial things. So
Okay.
we're on a road. So when I was trying to get back here, I got a little turned around, so I didn't go that way.
Because it has, booths. It's like a small kitchen set out. This is what we think
There
is the
is a
cooking
mud
barn.
dog flying.
Definitely a dead animal on the table there.
I just don't.
Underneath that wooden thing, there's a concrete slab where you could tell they definitely walked cows through at some point. But this is where we heard, like random people talking.
Careful, there's glass.
Look at a bunch of wasps.
Yeah, these are all mud dauber nests.
What is a mud dauber?
Hey, look at that.
It's basically
A skull can on the bulletin board.
A what?
A skull can on the bulletin board.
What's it?
There's a
it's
bathroom.
basically a wasp, but
nice.
it makes.
Just in case you need to go.
Let's check that out.
I don't know if you can see, but you see that bulbous thing on the ceiling up there? That is an active wasp nest.
Oh.
Up back there.
Oh.
Yes.
Did I step on your foot? Sorry.
I know, you're good.
I definitely stepped on somebody's foot.
There it is. Right there.
What?
corner there. You see what I'm talking about?
The turlet.
Horse and dog crossing.
See it, Grace?
Oh, go sit.
Did they have horse and dog shows, maybe?
No, this is the milking station.
No, but there's horses
Oh,
and dog
that
crossing.
makes sense.
Like horse and dog shows or something, maybe.
Huh.
See? Horses and dogs.
That's weird. Are those bee keeping tables?
No, that's where they look like they kept small, like baby chickens.
Yeah, that's for like little animals.
Oh, there's even a walkway through here.
Yeah, and I was surprised because once I lined up the maps, I overlaid them in Photoshop.
All right, so we're out there at the Wildlife Management Area. We were. And the gas tank was down to like 14 miles. And it was 11 miles to a Sheets. And we made it. We pulled into this parking lot with 3 miles left for some reason. And we're stopping here to get some gas. And Brad set up a Walmart. I think we're heading back up there to set up camp. Some coffee. We do have a coffee.
We do.
All that stuff, but,
Yeah, I just figured I would go ahead and get to some now because I'm already starting to feel a little bit tired. I haven't had my usual nap today.
and it's here.
So, yeah,
Or is it?
maybe not.
Hey, look at there's Grace. You got a Red Bull. You excited about drinking that later? Or?
I'm gonna drink it right now.
Oh, okay. Do you want a couple for the cooler, maybe?
That's actually a good idea.
It is. I was thinking about getting some for myself. Stick in the cooler, but
We are going to Walmart,
we
so
are
there's
going to
possibility of them having something there.
Walmart. Yeah, and cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're probably cheaper.
probably.
What'd you go
All right.
for there, Matt? Oh, nice.
Chex Mix
Cold
and coffee.
Chex Mix.
Big coffee too.
Yeah, don't give those to Grace. You won't see them again. This is quite a plethora of energy drinks here, isn't it? How do you decide which one you're going to get?
The one that doesn't have artificial sweeteners.
Oh, is that such a thing?
Yeah, it gives me migraines.
They have them without artificial sweeteners.
Apparently not. Because I'm striking out.
Look at that title twist. Like, some interesting labels on here. It's got this guy, Poseidon, on the back of the thing. Dolphin or something like that. I don't know.
I'm scared of them.
And then Grace is over here. She found some candy.
Tastes like Satan.
Harry Potter candy. And then we got, oh, the Shriekers. We should have got this. Have you ever had the Shriekers?
No.
One of them tastes like a zombie. You don't know what it is because it's the same color as the other ones. So, but one of them tastes like a zombie.
How do you know what a zombie tastes like?
The people at Skittles know what a zombie tastes like, and that's the important thing.
Nice.
All right, so we're taking a quick Walmart stop here and then heading back to establish a campsite. But of course, we need some supplies. What are you thinking there, Candace?
I was just like looking at the Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah, Halloween stuff is out. They got the vintage, the classic Halloween buckets there, glow sticks, gold bond, all kinds of stuff, whatever you need. All right, so we got some Black Rifle coffee here, and this one's called Waken the Neighbors with high caffeine. I'd highly recommend this if you're out on an all-night investigation like we are tonight, anything that goes all night. Let's see what else we got here. Some chips, Doritos, propane tanks. What else did you find?
So they have Dots. Dots, if you haven't had Dots pretzels, these are the best pretzels. The regular red bag with the seasoned is amazing. The honey mustard are amazing. I just found garlic parmesan, which is like my signature
You
flavor.
got very aggressive.
Garlic parmesan. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I think these are what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They've
have a
been going
lot
crazy
of Pringles
with
flavors there. Look at the everything bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Carnitas tacos?
Hot honey.
Yeah.
So I have to say, we found the all dressed. We're going to get these. They're all dressed with tomato, onion, and vinegar flavors. So you could take this and basically put it on a sandwich with meat, just meat,
Or just
and you
bread.
got your tomato, onion, and vinegar.
Yeah. Or you could eat that whole can and that would be a healthy lunch right there.
I don't know about that,
You just have to sleep with all salami.
there you go.
Halloween stuff.
I thought Travis Kelce was the greatest one now.
So this is some interesting stuff over here. Shackalicious extra large gummies. And then they got some Shackalicious. These are not him though. They're not as cool. So we were playing some Civil War music on the way back here.
We were.
Just to stir some stuff up and
Yes.
maybe get some people to follow us. Whoa!
So we decided we better like figure out exactly where we want to camp,
Okay.
so we know where to head. You know, I'm kind of voting for up by the house.
Okay.
What is that? Everybody else?
What do you say?
I would say, because that's where I was originally going to camp
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Are we
It
both
seems
just gonna?
it's active out there.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a good place to camp. Like, I
What
mean,
about
really
like
up
trees
close.
and stuff like that? Don't we want some trees around?
Which one?
No, we can't go. I mean, we're supposed to open area camp.
Oh, open area camp.
Yeah, we can't camp in places that are heavily treed.
Okay.
So we have to be able to go somewhere that's got a little bit of open space. But I would say right out, like somewhere behind that house
Okay.
would be a good place to go.
Matt said there's a lot of copperheads up there.
There's a lot of copperheads everywhere, baby. I don't know that you can avoid those snakes.
Are we gonna take both cars down there for right now?
We can,
Okay.
yeah. But I think, isn't there a parking area near the house?
I don't know down
So we can't leave the cars by the house?
Unfortunately not. It has to be at a
Okay.
designated parking area.
Oh, really?
Like how we were driving down there earlier, we saw those cars lined up.
Yeah, so we'd have to park there.
Those
and then...
or like park in a place like that, because those where people park and then they hike in and camp somewhere.
What about that one place where we went down and we turned around, the last place before we almost ran out of gas? Does that seem like a good, or you prefer up by the house? You sit up by the,
It doesn't matter.
well, you thought that was a good idea, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I was.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, so we're just trying to plot out the perfect campsite here.
This is creepy as shit.
And this flashlight, I'll have to highlight this a little later on. This is the Coleman One Source flashlight. It's a pretty cool thing. All right, so right here, seemed like a good spot.
Seems like a good spot.
Yeah, so this will be looming over our campsite the whole night.
Yep.
Where did y'all camp last time? Did you camp at all?
We didn't. It was the weather was too bad and the ground was all soggy.
Look at the bugs.
I know, there's a lot of bugs out here.
you realize it did that?
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot even there. One of my things came undone and I just had to rebuckle it.
Oh, okay.
Where did the bag of steaks go?
Steaks are on the...
No, I didn't put steaks in.
Oh, I don't
There's a
know.
little bag of steaks and they're missing.
I don't know.
That's why
I'm
I'm
not
like,
surprised.
squatting over them.
All right, so we got our camp set up. Matt got stung by a killer bee, but we heard you still live unless you get stung twice.
Right.
So there's that. But right now, this building, the strangest thing, there's a light on in it. It might not be strange. It might be some kind of maintenance building or something. But we thought it might be a little unsettling not checking it out.
There's no way you're crawling through all that.
And there's no way to get through there. This is the only door. The other windows are boarded up. So how is there a light on inside there? The light's on this window here.
Do we slide the door open?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Do you think that door can slide open?
I'll do it.
They're like printed 3M material.
That's nice.
Yeah, see, at work I can do shit like this.
That's so fun. You have a fun job.
All right, so
Where are we?
we are
They're right here.
in that red circle right there.
Right there.
The Mystique one.
So this is the WMA map that they gave us, and I've overlaid certain things. The yellow outline was potential camping sites, which we used none of, which is funny. There's the green triangle in the bottom, at the bottom center. That's the main entrance into the place. The blue dots are places that were marked on the Civil War map that I found, the Confederate map. So you can see there's a blue dot that had the words Mrs. Steger over top of it, where we are right now. And then below that was another place that I outlined that we might try to get to. Might be difficult, she said, to get to that location. There's the boat ramp or whatever that is, like a pier over there on the east edge of the main Amelia Lake. Because weird things happen at piers, I guess. And then there's also that milk barn, that milking station that's up there at the very top. That actually had a blue dot on it for the Civil War map as well. So there was something existing on that spot back in the Civil War. Where it says Confederate quarters was also these 3 little dots. You can see them underneath there. The 3 little dots are the places that had Confederate. It had the word quarters written on the Confederate map. So we don't know whether that was what kind of quarters they are. Are they soldiers' quarters? Are they slave quarters? It's hard to tell. But it might be a good place to check out to investigate as well. You can see there's a couple of outlying, like there was a building, that was marked as Mr. Taylor down at south of the border here. The pink border is the one that's the outline of the WMA, but it was just outside of that border. To the northwest, there's Ben Gray, evidently owned an old home up there. So, so we have some lines around here that are indicated for the roads. The white dots are parking areas. So, for the most part, there's a lot of places that we can access just by driving to. We're not really going to have to walk, I don't think, to any of these places. But this just gives you a little bit of indication here of where we might go. I figured if anybody gets separated, you have some map by which to use to try to get back to where we're at right now. So then these, what we've got is kind of some historical information, and I know Matt has known a little bit of research. He did a little bit of research on the place. But a couple of things we want to touch on. We want to make sure we stay out of the buildings. As much as possible, we want to be like minding their rules, their regulations. Keep in mind, we've talked about the wildlife. There is wildlife here. We've had, the place has been overrun by coyotes, not just here, but in the state of Virginia lately. So, but you'll hear them coming because they run in packs. Bears, you won't hear coming. They're very quiet, and they will sneak up on your ass. So keep situationally aware. Keep aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, stealing your picnic baskets and stuff, right?
But, for the most part, you will hear stuff coming. We'll have to make sure we pick up our trash, which I don't think we have a problem with anyways. Try to maintain professionalism while we're on the video. These are going to be very professionally done videos. So we don't want to be dropping the F-bomb or anything like that while we're recording. When he's recording with the camera on his phone, that's for our gas scrubbing goes. You can cuss all you want. Yeah, but Jeff, when he has the other digital camcorder, it's going to be the one that we're going to use for. And we also brought a GoPro rig too. Right. So we might be able to use the GoPro rig. So anytime he's using something other than that, we'll just have to kind of watch.
So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to see Grace uncensored.
Yeah. And like I said before, just make sure we don't go too close to any waterways. I don't think that's going to be an issue either. I have two-way radios on my list here to talk about, but of course we forgot those. And then of course we have the base station. We have a porta potty available to us if anybody really has to go and they want to venture. I'd rather poop in the woods than use a porta potty. That's just me.
Well, how far away it is.
I know. But we will designate a spot somewhere nearby here where nobody else is going to
I have an idea.
Use.
Next to Matt's tent.
There we go.
His tent is right next to our tent.
Yeah.
Grace.
We can use walkie-talkie.
It's right next to our tent.
Oh.
Walkie-talkie?
Yeah. On the Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah, we can do walkie-talkies.
Yeah, because y'all bitches got Apple Watches.
I broke mine.
I'm rich like that.
I'm not too broke to
I
fix
live
it.
literally in a tiny.
So in your information packet, Everybody has a little binder clip.
Oh, I'm supposed to open that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I put them in these big heavy-duty Ziploc bags. I'm kind of crazy about Ziploc bags, and these are special, so if you like them as much as I do, you can keep them. But they are very waterproof. We use them for building permits at work. So,
That was just cute.
and I have like 50,000 of them for some reason. So, the first one I've got talks about the home itself. The home was called Cannons, sometimes pronounced Cannon. And it talks about the first person who owned the land, actually had a home built here. His name was Joseph Eggleston, and he was a very prominent merchant in the area. He was the one who received the first land grant, built a house here. For some reason, by the time the land passed to the Steigers, William Steiger, that first home was gone. And that's particularly interesting because it could have burned down. This could be the source of the charred woman that has been reported to have been seen here. So we want to keep that in mind, that there could have been an old house that burned down on the property. This house was actually built by William Harris Steiger. He was a major in the War of 1812. And you can see his family kind of ended up getting it for a little while. They passed it down. They got it, ended up selling it again and again and again and again. So the home's been through many, many hands. But I've put in bold print the names of the people who are particularly, have lived on the land, who have owned the house, lived in the house. So if anything comes through a spirit box while you're in this immediate area, you may be able to compare it to these sheets to see if the names match up. The second one talks about the Steiger family itself and the 3 wives. This is just what I was able to find. There's probably much more information about this guy out there somewhere.
3 wives.
I have a list of all the children.
Do you? I've got some of the children.
I'm not
here.
sure they were at the same time, though, were they?
Look at the dates. It looks like it overlaps.
Well,
no, it doesn't.
No, I don't think they
They're
overlap.
pretty damn close.
But yeah, I've got some of the
This
children
guy didn't
here,
know how
but
to
not
do
all of
Yeah,
them.
I got a list of all 14.
Literally me.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
like I've got Mary Overton, John Overton, Lucille
I
Stanley.
have a lot of friends that can't be
Now,
single.
there one listed here. Sarah Gaines Sally Hardaway is the one that's buried out there in the cemetery, and she's the one that sued her 2 brothers to force the sale of the house after their father died. So she may have been one that had a particular interest in this land and home for some reason, loved it, wanted to stay here. But he was, Major John Harris Steiger was particularly regarded in business, religious, military affairs. He was the executor of several estates. They think maybe he might have been an attorney. He served on a lot of county boards, and there were a total of 72 slaves on the property at one time. And the house was used for a time as a school for girls.
Pay attention, Grace.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
Focus
Grace.
here, Grace.
Jeez, Grace.
Take your medicine this morning, Grace.
Yeah. You want some of my Meprazole? I got some in the car. There.
I was just trying to help the poor guy out.
But it was used as a school for girls at one time. So they would have had about 6 boarders here. Those girls would have lived in the house. And the school was run by some lady that so at that time, I'm thinking the Steigers probably did not live on the property and in the house. But the property was over 1,000 acres. Their property extended north of the Appomattox River, way up there. So this milking barn thing would have been on their property. So we're not sure exactly what was there in the Civil War, but so yeah, so there's a list that has the children's names in case any of those might come up. The third sheet is a giant list, front and back, of missing women from the area.
Women.
Yep, so we're looking for anybody that could be the source of this charred woman. And these were just
This says 2010 and
bunch
stuff.
of random, yeah. So we don't know how recent this report of the charred woman is. It could have been very recent, because
Are these in order?
unfortunately,
It looks like
Or are these
yeah, I think they're in some particular order, yeah. They start out older and get to newer. Yeah.
So 2010 is the oldest one.
Yeah.
I'm 21.
So they go all the way back to 1985. There's one in particular that for some reason stood out to me. And it might just be because of her name. I don't know, Linda Lunsford. Lunsford is one of my family names from from Western North Carolina. But for some reason, this lady stuck out to me. She disappeared from a Food Line parking lot early in the morning. She was having some problems with her husband at the time. But a lot of these are from the outskirts of Richmond. There were a couple of them that were from as close as Farmville, which is a town that's just one town over. Pretty close town.
I went to school over there.
You
Yeah,
did?
so-
Longwood.
From
Yep.
Colonial Heights.
Yep, one from Colonial Heights. Yep.
Wait, the most recent one is 2020.
What's going on back there, Grace?
There are so many bugs on the
Oh,
ceiling.
man, look at
Oh my
that.
god.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Okay, don't lose him.
Oh, we better go. Matt's going. So we already stopped at one location, and now we're out here just kind of looking around at the dock. Some interesting stuff. Did get a lot of video footage. But here we're at the dock to the lake, and it's a pretty big lake, but you can't see anything really past the dock here. So, some people fishing out there. Night fishing. A lot of light up spiders been out here.
Yeah, there's a lot of spiders in general on this
Yeah.
dock. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over towards the launching ramp, the boat launching portion of it, and just do a little investigation right there. We'll set down the REM pod and see if we can get any responses. We didn't get any at the last location. And
Those coyotes are back.
They're like right there.
they're still a pretty good distance off.
Yeah.
They're not going to come eat
Those
us off the
sound
dock.
so close. What do you mean?
But yeah, so we'll set down the spirit box. You know, we'll do a little spirit box session. We'll do EVP session again, and it's very, very quiet out here. So I think we may be able to get some responses.
So one important thing to remember when you're walking out in the middle of the woods like this is to always wear bright colors. It's always a good thing. Orange, stuff like that. That way hunters can see you.
I've never eaten them because I've heard so much about them.
I've never had them. But they my middle schoolers, like when I was in middle school.
She's supposed to be answering questions.
That's
I have no questions to answer.
Sure you do.
Yeah, we got a bunch of questions
There was
for
a lot of
Grace.
questions.
No,
Yeah,
it was
in the
not.
last video, the one that popped up on Thursday, we had a bunch of people ask Grace questions.
No, you didn't. I'm gonna go check.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
Go ahead.
I
You can answer the
screenshotted
questions
some.
that you find.
So it's about like 4 in the morning now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
past
it's
4, I think.
4:15.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. We hit quite a few locations tonight.
We did.
Grace saw this figure walking down the road.
Yeah. There was the REM pod that started going off in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of that field.
Yep.
And that was weird, because there's no possible explanation for that thing going on.
There's
Yeah.
a big beetle crawling up your leg.
Happened twice.
Who's that? Come on, little dude.
Oh gosh, you were not wrong.
Yeah.
We came back here, we made some coffee. I'm drinking it out of a Sheetz cup. It even tastes better out of a Sheetz cup. Like,
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
so Grace is thrilled. That's her response to the questions that were asked on the last video. She saw them and she was
I just read them.
safe to say tickled pink. So we're gonna get her to respond to a couple, and maybe we'll pull them up here and give her a chance to look over them. All right, so here we go. Grace, who's the first question from here?
So I have, forgive me, cherry lecking?
Cherry licking?
Yeah, I guess. 6543. It says, what has frightened you the most on an investigation? And then, do you believe in cryptids? I think that's the right way. I think this investigation freaked me out the most because I had seen something I really had never seen before. I have fully never seen up close and personal a shadow figure that I was 100% sure that was there. And then what? Oh, and then about the cryptoids, we were talking about it earlier. I wouldn't say I believe nor not believe. I just don't have enough evidence to sway either side. But I'm interested, if that makes sense. So,
Absolutely. Grace is saying she's open-minded.
I'm open-minded.
And she's interested.
Thanks. Anyways. Am I done? Am I doing more?
I don't know. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Since that only took 1 minute and 30 seconds, why don't you pick out another one?
Okay.
Grace is excited too. Like, she saw these questions pop up.
Let's see. This one's really funny and it's a very fast answer, so here's this. It's from Mr. Cheap Chips, and it says, when are you going to take an obnoxious bite of your food? Probably never. That's really messy. Have you seen Jeff take an obnoxious bite?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and it kind of, I feel like it ruins your food.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Plus, Grace
doesn't-
has kind of a tiny mouth.
So...
Yeah, I think if Grace, like, if she grows her beard out a little more, the obnoxious bite will be easier because the beard catches a lot of it.
It does.
Anyways, okay. I still don't understand that last one. Okay.
No, it's because the beard, it's like a bib. You know, it's like a chin bib.
Great. And then I think the last one I'm going to do is from Zoeing Ham. Okay. Where did it go? Hold on. I can do it. It says, can I ask what made you believe in the paranormal? I used to grow up I grew up in a very, very old farmhouse. And there were just things in the house that just didn't make sense. We would hear like walking upstairs when like nobody was there. Doors would open and close. Just weird like creakings, which is like, you could say it's from an old farmhouse, but the amount of times it does it was wild. And there were just, every once in a while you just knew that something was there. And I think that's what kind of made me want to go into it and kind of learn more about it. And not necessarily, because when I was younger it was scary, and I wanted to not be scared of it anymore. I wanted to learn more and to get more comfortable into whatever it was. And as I got older, it actually did get quieter in the house. Like, the house actually started to calm down. I don't understand why, but yeah, but that's why I believe in the paranormal and everything, so.
You probably should at least respond to the one it's Grace Fan 69 on there. Have you seen that one?
What?
I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, I'm gonna shove my foot so far up your ass you'll taste it.
So we're walking up to this house right by our campsite. Our campsite's right over here. Kind of see our tents there in the distance. And after 4 in the morning, this is going to be our last point of interest of the night. And I think we got some pretty good footage here.
Why are you just breathing?
A screamer, Jeff breathing.
He's a little wheezy.
Is that a tiny little door? Not wheezy.
That is a tiny little door in there.
Doors, yeah.
Don't move.
Well, you're like pushing me off on the edge.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah, I thought I heard movement up above.
Up above.
An owl.
Is Sally here? It's creepy.
Yeah, there were some sounds out there. We were doing this
There were definitely
EVP
some
session.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one long whoop, and it was just like, you could tell it wasn't that far away. But then the creepiest thing was that they started sounding like they were getting closer, and we heard a branch break, and it sounded like it was across the street, you know, just very close across the street from the house. And then it was Matt that noticed that the coyotes started whimpering out in the distance there.
Not just like they were fighting, but they were collectively being afraid of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole pack was scared. Yeah. So, I don't know. We might not have been able to get Sally to talk to us or whoever was up in the house, but it got to the point where I was getting a little bit nervous.
I mean, that could be why Sally or whoever wasn't talking. They might be afraid of whatever's out here.
It could be.
Mm.
Yeah, it could be something.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
But it definitely sounded like it was two different, you know, Bigfoot out there. One whooping this way, one off to the left that was making the howling noises.
Maybe we should do some whoops.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm
You
thinking.
think so? You ready? You ready? That's the goal. Yeah.
I could be able to hear it with them talking. Shh, we're trying to hear them. We're trying to hear a response.
something crashed back there.
Did it?
Did it?
I just heard
Back
something
here?
towards the
Really?
house crash.
Should we do it again? That's a car.
So you're calling the thunderstorms now.
Yeah.
You want a
Airplane.
rain dance.
An airplane.
Oh, okay.
I don't hear a response.
Have we
there.
even figured out what we're gonna do when Bigfoot comes?
Run.
We're
Grab
gonna
the
invite him
tarp.
to come and eat his Chex Mix.
Yeah, we'll get down some Chex Mix.
It's the party pack.
Yeah, and Candace has a Slim Jim anyway. They love those things, those Jack Links things.
Yeah, and Grace has some sort of mystery food.
Maybe
Yeah.
he likes mystery
What is
meat.
this mystery food? Grace was telling us
Okay,
in the car.
well she's gotta go with me
I'll do it.
to the place.
Come on, Weenie.
So I'll talk about that
I
when they
was
go
just
and get it.
scared. I was like, stand there and make sure Bigfoot doesn't get me. Like,
So we're sitting in the car there, and Grace says, I've got something for you to try. But she refuses, she refuses to tell us what it is. And we've been on the edge of our seats to the point where, like, all the way to Walmart, we were pulling into the parking lot when she told us about it. And probably all the way to the parking spot, we were on the edge of our seats, and then we kind of forgot about it. Linda just remembered it. So I'm kind of excited to see what this is. She says it's something that's prepared a certain way that they don't normally prepare it. So normally she likes it, but prepared this way she doesn't. So while they're over there doing that, I think we need to give a shout out. Candace was down there leading one of the ghost tours, and she told me that some awesome people showed up, family. Jessica Wright. And sorry I missed you guys on the ghost tour there, but Grace told me all about it and said she had a great time with you. Not Grace, Candace.
Candace.
Told me all about it, said she had a wonderful time with you. We'll just edit that part out there. Probably not. But wanted to give you guys a shout out and thank you for coming down and taking the ghost tour, and hopefully you'll join us next time you're in the area and we'll get to see you again.
Yeah, we didn't catch the kids' names, but we want to
No.
say hello to them too.
Absolutely. That light is way over there.
What light?
Oh, they went over to their tents to get it.
Oh, did they?
Okay, I was about to say, like, what in the world is that? Jeez.
They're hiding food in their tents?
Huh? Yeah. Maybe that's what the crashing was over there.
Maybe.
All I know is Bigfoot better show up because I want to get that Ford Bronco.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ford Bronco. You got to get evidence of it.
Yeah,
I need to
Bigfoot's
take
out there.
that selfie with him
Yep.
and say, hey, Ford, check this out.
Yeah, I would.
Give me my Bronco.
I'd like to have that Bronco too. That sounds like a pretty good deal.
All right, so Grace is about to unveil here.
Everyone has to try one.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's the
The
point.
only thing I got to do is die.
Okay, so
Pay taxes.
they're kosher dill pickles, but they're freeze dried.
No.
Oh.
No.
Let's do it.
All
No?
right, let's try it.
They're really bad? Have you tried them?
I've not tried them, but
It doesn't sound like
sounds like I don't want
it's
to.
not a freeze-dried calamari or something funky like that.
Yeah, I want to try it.
You should try it, Matt. It's a once in a lifetime kind of deal here.
You're right.
These are like the kind of pickles
Wait, you
that
gotta
astronauts
wait.
eat.
You gotta wait. Wait, you gotta
I'm
wait.
smelling it.
Here. Jeff grabs a weird piece.
He got the smallest
It
one.
smells like kind of like
That
pickled
was lame.
cardboard
Oh well.
at first smell. It smells kind of like pickled cardboard to you, man.
How many
Yeah.
times have you smelled pickled cardboard?
Okay.
I haven't, but I know what cardboard smells
got
like. I know what
seconds.
pickles smell like.
You think?
Oh,
If it's a pickle, I'll eat one.
Low quality weed.
she took the
I've only
big
ever
one.
smelled the high quality.
Okay.
All right, so this is the size of the one that I
Okay.
got.
I've
here.
never smelled the high quality weed.
Yeah, this is not a very big piece, so if it's really disgusting, I don't have to tolerate much.
Why is Grace having that?
I've already had them and I hate them.
Can we 1, 2, 3, go? What do you want to do?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3,
Ready?
go.
Go.
Ready, set, go.
One no.
That's quite.
No.
That's possibly the worst thing I've ever tasted.
That is horrible.
So bad.
One taste bud. No.
When I bought these, she told me, she was like, these are like the best selling.
Who told you that?
The lady that gave me these.
She's full of shit.
Let's
I'm
get
not
her
gonna
name
rat,
so we
I'm
can
not
tell other
gonna
people
rat
not
anybody
to.
out.
They
But
get
she was
worse
like,
as it goes on.
Does she
Yeah.
drink
It does.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of like drinking piss.
I was like, so, anyways,
It's so salty.
that was
That
the
was horrible.
experiment.
It
today.
tasted like somebody pickled some cardboard and then pissed on it.
Oh, I think it was like pickled like herring or something. It was
Like,
like
I tried
weird.
it.
Pickled herring doesn't taste that
I
bad.
don't
It was
know.
bad.
It's like that's what I imagined it would taste like. That
I'm
was
gonna throw away the
horrible.
second.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty
Bigfoot
bad.
Can have that
So it's not
later.
just you. Everybody thinks it's disgusting.
But you know what? This might be the bait for Bigfoot.
Great.
He's not gonna eat that.
Oh, look at the taco beef jerkies.
Well, I think we got our defense
He might
plan.
eat
Like
that.
if Bigfoot shows up, we throw those.
Yeah, these things
freeze-dried
are
pickles.
nasty.
We could.
Take a picture of him run away and get mad at the Bronco.
Yeah.
Just rub it on his skin.
Well, when we walked over to the house, she heard like scurrying behind the house.
Yeah.
But Grace, let me ask you a question, right? If you showed up for an investigation one time, and I pulled out my phone and I showed you a selfie, and it's me and Bigfoot in the selfie, would you believe that I actually took a selfie with Bigfoot?
No.
See, so like that's what I'm saying. Like he could show up here, and we could get video and selfies with him and everything.
We
no
could
one's
get,
gonna
yeah,
believe it.
we could get him
What is up with
drunk.
that water?
Like there's no
Yeah.
way.
The way it's tipping.
It's probably
Oh,
animals.
it's probably a bug or
You sure it's
something
not a
underneath
snake
it.
trying to pop its head out of a hole?
Probably a grub.
the-
underneath.
There's a grub underneath it.
That's what I was thinking. It's a grub underneath
I'm sorry,
it.
it was like very
man.
unnatural.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like,
I'm like, poltergeist
Yeah, there-
water
there's-
over
there's a
there.
grub.
Some Australian
Just
falling
start
out of the
flying
weird.
across the room or something at us. Like, what is happening?
Ew.
There we go. Grace, how much
Ew.
to eat that?
I
I'll give you
was thinking the
$100.
wrong thing.
Ew. Oh my god.
Grace, $100 to eat it.
It's just a little.
No.
He's just a little grub worm.
Come on.
It's all that protein.
Yeah. He's just a
Wash
little
that
grub
pickle
worm.
out of your
Well,
mouth.
I need it.
Yeah. Probably tastes better
It's
than
like,
the
Were
wait,
pickle.
wait,
you
wait. Do I
thinking
have
about
to,
it?
do I have to chew
Huh?
it?
Were you
Like, if
thinking
could
about
just
it?
swallow it. I mean,
I didn't even eat the crickets when they brought them to school.
How much would it take for you to eat that grub worm now?
Like,
Like if I pulled out $500 right now and said, you eat that, I'll give you this $500. Would you eat it?
no.
No? Would you do it?
probably.
Would you do it for 50?
No.
For 500,
He said $500.
she's cheap.
No, because you don't have to chew it. He just said eat it.
I would just swallow that sucker. $500.
Not 50 bucks.
And I just pretend that I was
you want
Simba
that
from the
thing
Lion
born in
King.
your
and he
stomach.
lifts them all up and eats
You gotta
Yeah,
chew
that
it.
thing's gonna eat your
You gotta-
insides or something.
50 bucks, you gotta chew it.
No way.
I'd have to Google it first to see if it was toxic.
Listen,
No,
I've
So if
been,
it's not toxic,
That's
then...
part of the challenge, like
stung
you don't know.
Okay, well then
by
no,
a murder
because my
hornet.
hospital bill might
the
cost
last
more
thing
than
I
that.
need is to eat that thing, and then it sprouts out of my stomach.
Right,
Like one of those,
starts boring a hole, yeah.
chest
Pops out like a little alien.
Yeah.
For all I know, that's going to start a hive of killer hornets in my stomach.
Yeah. I'll bet Bigfoot eats them.
Oh yeah, like
Sorry
candy.
why he's here. He's looking for
Yeah,
it.
there's been tons of them around here. I'm surprised at how many there are.
I think
I'd have to know
the
if it was
strange thing
toxic
though
or
is
not
we didn't
first.
hear any of those sounds this past Saturday.
No, you didn't?
Nope. We didn't hear any of the coyotes. We didn't hear any of that whooping and
Really?
hollering.
Not even coyotes?
Nope. I mean, it was silent.
Huh.
We didn't
that's
hear.
Weird.
The only thing we heard were actual like dogs barking,
Huh.
and that
Maybe
was
it's
when
like-
we were closer to the entrance where the houses were.
Maybe it's like Saturday night, so they're like you know,
Little
maybe it's
coyote
something about the
party.
weather and the
Bigfoot
like. It's got to be
Saturday
the
night,
environment and everything, you know, that comes together. But it's always at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning that we hear these things, right? It's every time we've ever heard one.
People are awake at that time.
Every time we've ever heard like a wood knock or a howl or anything, it's always been at this time.
Yeah.
So,
It's almost 5:30 in the morning.
I know.
What's the point of sleeping at this time?
So how about it, Matt? How was the sleep?
Not terrible. I slept.
Yeah,
Say about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I'd say that's probably about what I got all together there. You know, I woke up in the morning, and it wasn't. Well, I guess we went to sleep in the morning too, but oof, it was raining, and it's hitting me in the face because we didn't have this fly on. And I'll tell you what was really kind of unsettling is, you know, you see the wall of the tent. It's only like this, and it started getting light out before I went to sleep. So I would sit up on the cot, and I looked around, and I could just see like this whole field, and it's like I'm sleeping in the middle of this field. See the house over there, you know, and there was nothing but this little mesh screen. And I kept thinking I was going to see something come walking across the field here. Heard a few noises out here, and I'm not sure they weren't natural noises. But one thing, and I'm not sure it was that, like you all in the tent over here, like right before I started going to sleep, I kept hearing something that sounded like this. The tent wasn't shaking or anything, but it sounded like something scraping the side of a tent.
I think we were asleep before you were asleep.
I think you might have been. I don't know. But that was a weird noise. But it sounded like it said, it didn't sound like it was on our tent. It sounded like it was someone else, like in their tent. So I don't know if it was someone in the tent or,
Maybe
you
it was
know,
them moving around or something.
could have been something like that. But Grace, that's your first time camping, huh? How was it?
It was great. I got a solid hour of sleep.
It's a nice shirt you got there. Where'd you get that?
Thanks. VAPI.
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Jeff gave it to me. But I think you can buy these on the website. Can you not buy these anymore?
Oh, we don't sell shirts on our website.
Oh, not anymore.
No, but they are on the YouTube though. You can go down in the YouTube thing and yeah.
That's the same difference.
But not that shirt. You can't get that
No,
shirt. That's
this
the
one's-
throwback.
This one's my
So.
shirt.
Yeah.
Only me. Only I get the shirt.
Did you ride your bike home that day?
Oh yeah. And it was pouring too. So we stopped out here in Midlothian. I don't know where
Yeah,
where
we're
we
in
are.
Midlothian. Yeah. We're in the Brander Mill area of Midlothian.
Grace, too bad it's not Friday or Saturday. You could eat for free.
Why'd you park in the back?
I don't know. I just parked in the first parking spot I found. Grace usually makes good calls at the parking lot, but she was sleeping, so we ended up parking in the wrong space. But yeah, it's an IHOP, so we decided we're gonna come here and get some breakfast.
I'm really excited. Second bit of wait.
Oh no! So the IHOP menu here offers some tough choices when it comes to breakfast.
It really does.
And if that stuff is like as good as it looks in the pictures, it's a tough decision.
Yeah,
Tough
very
choice.
tough.
But yeah, look at that chicken and waffles. What are you thinking about there?
I don't know. Like, I'm so torn because I was thinking about the chicken fajita omelet because their omelets are good. I've had them before. And then, but at the same time, there's like these combos, the griddle combos sound good because I really like French toast. But I could get French toast with 2 eggs and some bacon or sausage and hash browns. And I'm like a hash brown whore. So I'm all about some hash browns.
Yeah,
So I think I might have to get some. If I got the omelet, I'd have to get a side of hash browns.
You know who has good hash browns? That's right. All right, so what do we got there, Grace?
I got the breakfast sampler. I got some hash browns, some ham, some really weird looking bacon, an egg.
That is a very sad
And,
2 pieces of bacon. What is that?
sausage. And I'm supposed to have 2 pancakes, but I'm waiting on those.
Yeah, they'll be coming out, I'm
Are
sure.
these your pancakes?
Those are my pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got the chicken fajita omelet and a side of hash browns that they haven't brought yet. But it looks pretty good. I'm going to give Jeff my pepper.
What kind of
because
pepper
he likes
is that?
my peppers. It might be a Serrano. I'm not real sure. I'm not a pepper
Is it
person.
spicy?
Maybe, no. I
Well,
wouldn't think
speaking
it's
of which,
super
look at this.
spicy.
This is the smothered in country gravy, country fried steak.
That's pretty good.
This is
Thank you.
really like.
What do you got over
Is
there,
it? Because I
Candace?
want pepper too.
Cinestat?
I'm like slowly
Cinnamon.
making it happen.
Oh man, do you have more coming?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Eggs and hash browns and sausage.
Awesome. Yeah, so they'll be out here soon. And try that pepper here. Spicy or not, Linda didn't say.
Can I get y'all anything else?
I don't think so. I think we're good. Thank you.
Spicy or not spicy?
Holy cow.
Is it really that spicy? No, I'm not eating that shit.
You ate off of it.
What kind of pepper is that?
Poblano? It can't be a
I don't
poblano.
know.
Those are big.
No, poblano.
They're big. It's Serrano, I think.
I thought Serrano wasn't hot.
Are you regretting that?
Oh yeah. Especially on an empty stomach. Ooh. That's brutal. How was the breakfast?
It was pretty good. I think it could have stood have a little bit more flavor. Like I wanted some sort of sauce down inside the omelet. I mean, they did serve it with kind of mediocre salsa, and sour cream was good. But like it needed some moisture down inside it, I think.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe more cheese, some kind of cheese sauce or something would have been good.
You should have stuck that pepper down inside of it.
Yeah. But yeah, the hash browns were amazing. The hash browns.
They were good hash browns, and I'm not sure what that pepper was, like I mentioned before, but it was spicy.
Very spicy.
And it could have very well been the nature of jalapenos. How sometimes you get like really spicy jalapenos,
It
and other
could have
times it just
been.
tastes like green pepper.
This is about
Maybe
the
it was the
size
kind
of
of pepper
one.
that has like that, you know. But also, I've been not eating a lot of hot sauce lately.
That's true.
I've been taking a break from it.
Yeah.
You know,
That
it
is
was
true.
Basically recommended. Doctor said either stop eating hot sauce or die, and I stopped eating hot sauce for a little bit. Still use Tabasco, so.
Got it.
And,
Just ate a spicy pepper.
Hot sauce or death.
I didn't know it was
He was
spicy.
like, yeah, he was like,
That's
it's
intense.
But, you know, he didn't really tell me I was going to die. He basically said, like, in the long term. you're gonna die. Not like tomorrow. So.
I'm sure hot sauce is good for you.
Well, everybody's gonna die in the long term.
Moderation.
Actually, capsaicin that's in those hot peppers is really good for you. It fights cancer, it burns
But
fat.
everything in moderation. You were overdoing it. You were going way overboard. You were going to give yourself stomach ulcers and all kinds of other problems with as much as you were eating.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's cut back on it. So now that he's cut back, everything that he tries that's the least little bit spicy tastes that much more spicy.
Mm-hmm.
He had deadened his taste buds for a while there.
Yeah, I did. And the immunity has worn off, so. But nonetheless, I ate that pepper.
Yep.
And I would eat it again.
Oh.
Not before everything else, not an empty stomach, but I would eat it
Yeah, I
again.
don't know about that.
All right, everybody, so we are heading back here, almost back. Not an incredibly long drive out there to the Amelia Wildlife Management Area, about 2 hours. This guy's trying to kill us here, look at him. But quite an experience out there. It was pretty cool. Candace, what did you think? Was that your first overnight investigation?
Yes. I thought it was fun. It was neat. But now I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah, so good time. But some interesting stuff per se. I mean, there was a point where we went out there and it was sounding like there was something out there that didn't sound like otherworldly per se, but it sounded like something, some kind of beast out there in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And it was scaring the coyotes and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that was probably the creepiest part of the whole thing. I mean, standing out there in the middle of the field with that REM pod going off, with nothing else around, no signs of technology for like a mile.
yeah.
In any direction, and you have this REM pod going off.
And this was a field with that you had to take this overgrown road that you couldn't even see the road. And
Yeah, you had to
go down
walk.
this dip, and you're worried about, you know,
Getting
tipping over
stuck
and getting
and-
stuck, and
Then you park and you
Yeah.
get out and you walk down
for a
through
long
this
way.
field
Yeah,
for
it was a
ways.
huge field.
Yeah.
So there were some neat areas like that. There was that. There was the dock that we stopped at, the boat loading ramp.
Yeah.
The old house was really neat. I think we got a few clips of that in here. So it was definitely a good time. In that video, we'll find out what they're gonna do with that, how where they're gonna, their means to release it is gonna be, and we'll be sure to share that. If we'll share it on here, the link to it at least, or on our Facebook page, wherever we can share it to.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we should have another adventure coming up here pretty soon, because we got an investigation in like 2 weeks, and then we got some interesting cases on the board that haven't been scheduled yet, which may or may not happen. So
Yeah.
should be a good time.